the word Rabb, which means Lord or Master. Now, if we attach the pronoun hum, which means their, it becomes Rabbuhum and translated as their Lord. This little hum comes thousands of times in Quran. If your goal is to understand the Quran directly in Arabic, then stay until the end of this video because we are going to learn one of the most important topics in Arabic. It is the attached pronouns. And to show you how important this topic is, let's open any page in the Quran like this one. You can clearly see many small endings attached to words. These tiny endings appear everywhere in the Quran. But what do they mean? Do they always have one fixed meaning? Or does their meaning change depending on the word they are attached to? All of this is exactly what we are going to learn in this video. And at the end of the video, I will show you a real page of the Quran, and you will try figuring out these small endings by yourself and translating them, inshaAllah. One important thing about Arabic is the Arabic loves attaching pronouns to words. Instead of using separate words like my, your, their, the Arabic often attaches them directly to the end of the word. How is that? Let's see a simple example. The word Rabb, which means Lord or Master. Now, if we attach the pronoun hum, which means their, it becomes Rabbuhum and translated as their Lord. This little hum comes thousands of times in Quran. Now let's learn the most common 8 attached pronouns that are found thousands of times in Quran, in almost every page. The first group is ضمائر الغائب, the absent pronouns. The first one is who, this ha, that's found at the end of the word, and it can come with a kasra, he, who, or he, and translated as his or him, referring to masculine. And the word ha means her, referring to feminine. And the word hum, and sometimes as him, which means their or them, referring to group. As you see for these two pronouns, they sometimes come with who, with dhamma, u, or he, with kasra, hum, him. They slightly change depending on the word or the recitation, but the core meaning of the pronouns stays the same. These pronouns can not only refer to people, they can come to refer to things. In such a case, who and he and ha will be translated as it or its. Hum and him will still be translated as their or them. Now, let's see these pronouns in the Quran pages. This is a part of an ayah. I cropped it from the Quran page. I want you to search for any of the previous pronouns. Who, ha, hum. Can you find any? على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم, which means upon their hearts and upon their hearing. Here is him, means there, and another him here means there as well. Let's see another example and try to find any of the pronouns we have learned in this line. Could you find any? فَلَمَّا أَضَاءَتْ مَا حَوْلَهُ. Then, when it illuminated what was around him. Here we have who at the end, which means him. Tell me if you could find it easily. Now the second group, which is ضمائر المخاطب, the addressor pronouns. They are ka, means your or you, referring to masculine. Ki means your or you, referring to feminine. Kum means you or your, referring to a group. Let's see them in examples. Can you find the ka, ki, kum here? خلقكم والذين من قبلكم. Here it is. He created you and those before you. I have kum here, means you, and another kum here means you. Let's see another example. Can you find any ka, ki, kum at the end of the word? وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ. And when your Lord said to the angels. Ka means your. Now come to the third group of pronouns, which is the speaker pronouns. ضمائر المتكلم. They are ye, means my or me, referring to one, singular, male or female, and na means us or our, referring to a group, males or females. Let's see examples. Can you find ye or na? بيني وبين إخوتي. Between me and my brothers. Here I have ni, me, and إخوتي, my brothers. Another example. Can you find ye or na at the end of any word here? واعف عنا واغفر لنا. And pardon us and forgive us. We have two na here. Here is one and here is the other. I hope these examples made them easier for you to recognize. If you get benefit of that, please leave a comment. There is an important note about the pronoun ye, which means my. It sometimes can come with a noun like ni, and in this case it will be me because it will be attached with a verb. So when it is attached with a noun, it means my. If it's attached with a verb, it means me. Like this example. هداني. هدى, guide. So هداني, he guided me. وجعلني. جعل means made, he made. وجعلني, he made me. So the meaning changes depending on the type of the word it is attached to. These pronouns that we have learned today can attach to different types of words, nouns, or verbs, or particles, like prepositions. If they are attached to a noun, then they show position. So they give meanings like my, your, his, her, their, our. Let's see this example. The word Rabbi means my Lord. ربنا, our Lord. ربك, your Lord. ربكم, your Lord, but for all. ربهم, their Lord. But when the attached pronouns come connected to verbs, they give the meaning as an object of the verb. So they are translated like me, you, them, him, her, us. Let's see this example for the word خلق, created. He created. خلقني, remember ni means me, so created me. And خلقنا, nice for us, created us. خلقك, ka is for you, a singular masculine pronoun, so it's created you. خلقكم, kum is you, but for plural, so created you all. خلقه, who was for him, created him. I hope this clarification made it easier for you to recognize and translate and clear any confusion about Quranic words. These are all the attached pronouns that we have learned for today. You can take a screenshot and keep it with you. So when you go through the Quran and read, you can open the picture and search for these pronouns and translate them on your own. Don't worry about memorizing everything immediately. The more Quran you read and the more practice you do, the more naturally these endings will become familiar to you, inshaAllah. Now it's time for practice. I'll uncover this and you search for any who, ha, hum, ka, ki, kum, ye, or na endings in these words. Can you find any? Here is one, na. Can you tell the meaning? It's for our or us. What about this one? Here is kum, you or your. The second example, can you find any ending? Here is one. Can you tell the meaning of the ka? It means you or your. Let me know in a comment if you could recognize and tell the meaning. The third example, do you find any? Here is hum, which means them or their. I hope this is very clear for you. So the next time you read Quran and see a long word, don't panic. It may not be a new word. It may be a word but attached with a pronoun at the end. If you got benefit of today's video, please don't forget to like and share and subscribe for more. And see you in the next video. مع السلامة.